This is Dr. Sudha from Government Science College Autonomous, Bangalore. Today's lab topic is verification of rank nullity theorem. To begin with, let us look into the basics of range and kernel of linear transformation, which are required to state the rank nullity theorem. First, let us see the definition of range and rank of T. If T from U to V is a linear transformation, then R of T is equal to the set of all T of alpha, where alpha belongs to U, is known as range of T. If R of T is a finite dimensional space, then dimension of R of T is known as rank of T, and it is denoted by small r of T. To note that, range space is the subspace of the codomain vector space V. Next, let us look into the kernel and nullity of T. If T from U to V is a linear transformation, then N of T is equal to set of all alpha belonging to U such that T of alpha is equal to 0 dash, where 0 dash is the zero vector of V, the codomain, is known as kernel of T or null space of T. If N of T is finite dimensional, then dimension of N of T, that is a null space, is known as nullity of T, and it is denoted by N of T. Note that null space is a subspace of the domain space U. Now let us state what is rank nullity theorem. If T from U to V is a linear transformation and U, the codomain, is a finite dimensional vector space, then dimension of R of T plus dimension of N of T is equal to dimension of U. That is nothing but rank plus nullity is equal to dimension of the domain space U. Now let us look into the problems wherein we need to verify the rank nullity theorem. Given a linear transformation, we need to verify whether rank plus nullity is equal to the dimension of the domain space. So let us take the first problem over here. If a linear transformation T from R cube to R cube is defined by T of E1 is equal to 1 minus 1 0, T of E2 is equal to 2 0 1, and T of E3 is equal to 1 1 1, then we need to find range space, rank, nullity of T, and hence verify the rank nullity theorem. Here, when we look into the definition of the linear transformation, T is from R cube to R cube. Therefore, the domain space is R cube. So, domain space is R cube. Therefore, we know that the dimension of R cube is equal to 3. And the images of the standard basis elements E1, E2, and E3 are given. Therefore, the standard basis B is equal to E1, E2, E3. And we know that any element in R cube, x, y, z can be written as x into E1, y into E2, plus z into E3. Let us apply T on both sides. We get T of x, y, z is equal to x into T of 1 plus y into T of 2 plus z into T of 3. Since the images of E1, E2 and E3 are given, let us substitute the values over here. We get x into 1 minus 1 0, y into 2 0 1, and z is equal to 1 1 1. On simplification, we obtain x plus 2y plus z, minus x plus z, y plus z. So this will be the required linear transformation. Now let us form a matrix A which consists of rows containing the images of the basis elements. The images are given in the problem statement: 1 minus 1 0, 2 0 1, and 1 1 1. Let us apply the row operations on this matrix A and reduce it to the row reduced echelon form. So the row reduced echelon form now contains two non-zero rows, the first row and the second row. So there are two non-zero rows. Therefore, we know that rank of this matrix A is equal to 2. Hence, the dimension of the range space is equal to 2. And the two non-zero vectors here in the first and the second row of the matrix A in the reduced echelon form will form the basis of the range space, that is R of T. Therefore, basis of R of T is equal to 1, minus 1, 0 and 0, 2, 1. Therefore, now we can write the range space R of t as x into the first basis vector 1 minus 1 0 plus y into the second basis vector 0 2 1, where both x and y are any two real numbers. And on simplification, we are going to get R of t is equal to the set of all elements of the form x comma 2y minus x comma y, where x and y belong to R. Now let us calculate what are the elements in the null space. We know that the null space contains all those vectors whose images are the zero element of the codomain R3. The zero vector in R3 is 0, 0, 0. So when t of x comma y comma z is equal to the zero vector, we can apply the definition of the linear transformation, and we can put that is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0. Now let us equate each coordinate to 0. So we get x plus 2y plus z equal to 0, minus x plus z is equal to 0, y plus z is equal to 0. On solving these three equations, we get x is equal to k, y is equal to minus k, when z is equal to k. So now we can write the null space n of t as n of t is equal to k comma minus k comma k, that is x comma y comma z, and the values of x, y, z are k, minus k and k, where k is any real number in R. Now we can remove this k as common factor, and we can write n of t is equal to k into 1 comma minus 1 comma 1, where k belongs to R. Therefore, this entire set is generated by this single element 1 minus 1 1. Therefore, this element forms the basis of the null space. So basis of n of t is equal to 1 minus 1 1. Therefore, nullity is equal to n of t is equal to 1, since the bases contain only one element. Now we know what is the rank of the range space, that is 2, and nullity is equal to 1. Therefore, rank plus nullity is equal to 2 plus 1, and that gives us 3. 3 is nothing but the dimension of the domain space R3. Hence, the rank nullity theorem is verified. Now let us verify this problem for rank nullity theorem using the maxima code here. So let us look into the maxima code here. Killall, which deletes all the user variables. The d of v is equal to 3, that is the dimension of the domain space is 3. Let us give the print command within the double quotes. Dimension of the domain space is equal to d of v. So we get the output as 3. And let us put the matrix as M. M is equal to matrix, here equal to is colon. Put in the small brackets. Each row will be once again typed within the square brackets. 1 minus 1 0, 2 0 1, and 1 comma 1 comma 1. Now let us find the rank of this matrix M using the command rank. Rank returns the rank of the matrix, which is the dimension of the range space. So this command rank gives us the rank of the range space. Let us print dimension of the range space R of t is rank of M, which is written as small r. We can use small r or rank of M. Next, let us take E to be echelon of M. Echelon returns the matrix in the row reduced echelon form. Echelon returns the row reduced echelon form of the matrix M. Let us give the print command. Range space R of t is generated by, so we are using the loop for here to express the basis elements, which are nothing but the non-zero rows of the echelon form of the matrix. So the number of non-zero rows are given by rank here. So let us take I running from 1 through R, where R is rank of M, and let us print the non-zero rows which are represented by E of I. Next, let us find what is nullity. N colon nullity of M. This command nullity returns the dimension of the null space M. Nullity is the command to find the dimension of the null space. So let us give the print command over here within the double quotes. Dimension of the null space N of t is equal to N. And now we have found out rank, we have found out nullity, and we have already the dimension of the domain space as 3. So if dimension of V is equal to R plus N, that is rank plus nullity, then let us give the diff command here, rank plus nullity theorem is verified. Else, if this condition doesn't hold good, then let us give the command under diff, that is rank plus nullity theorem is not satisfied. Now let us type this maxima code in the maxima window and see whether we are going to get the output as the theorem is verified, because manually we have seen that the theorem is verified. So this is the maxima code over here. So here instead of rank, we can use the command given to that as small r. And now let us execute it using shift enter buttons. So here we see that the output is dimension of the domain space is 3 because it is R cube, and this is the matrix which we have given as the input, and the dimension of the range space is equal to 2, that is the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form. Range space R of t is generated by these two vectors. Dimension of the null space N of t is given to be 1. Since 3 is equal to 2 plus 1, rank plus nullity is equal to dimension of R cube, therefore rank nullity theorem is verified. So likewise, we can solve any number of problems using maxima code. And here there are some more examples wherein the images of the standard basis are given. So just change the matrix in the maxima code and obtain the result. Let us see one by changing it. So in the second problem, we are given the 3 images to be 1, 1, 0. So here I'm going to change that as 1, 1, 0. And the second element is 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. And the third element is 1, 2, 1. So just to change the matrix wherein it contains the images of the basis elements. So we have changed the matrix. Let us execute and see using the shift enter button. So you are going to get dimension of the domain space is once again 3. Dimension of the range space is 2. Dimension of the null space is 1. And the range space is generated by 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1, 1. Hence, the rank nullity theorem is verified. So likewise, it is enough if you just change the matrix by these images given to us, and then we can verify whether the rank nullity theorem is verified or not. So hope everybody followed how to verify the rank nullity theorem using maxima code. So you can use maxima codes to find or verify, to find the range space, nullity, rank, and hence we can verify the rank nullity theorem. Thank you. This ends the lab session on verification of rank nullity theorem.